Maryland Spotlight. It's all about Maryland living.
Welcome to Maryland Spotlight. I'm Kim Knight. At some point in our lives, we will have to face the issue of aging parents. Joining me from Synergy HomeCare is Mark Decker. You're the owner. Mark, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me, Kim.
Now, talk about the services you provide. It's non-medical. What does that mean?
Well, non-medical care services include personal care services, bathing, feeding, toileting assistance, companion services, homemaker services, as well as meal preparation, medication reminders, light housekeeping.
Yeah, so it's really wide range. Tell me, how does Synergy HomeCare help families?
Well, we help them in a lot of different ways. One of the first things that we do is when we come into the home, we do an assessment with the family, which is free of charge, and then with the family, we determine really what the needs are going to be, and then we can go ahead and implement our services. The nice thing about what Synergy HomeCare does is when we do provide the services, our clients see an immediate benefit. It doesn't take days, weeks, or months. From pretty much day one, the day that we get involved with the clients, we can start making a difference.
Now, you've been doing this for a long time, so tell me, how have you seen Synergy HomeCare really help families and affect them?
Well, the industry continues to grow, which is great. And our clients not only sometimes our clients will start out with us with just some very basic needs, but as their age progresses and maybe their medical condition changes, we can continue to provide a high level of services throughout our services with the families.
Mm-hmm. Now, what people should really plan ahead. Don't wait until something has happened. Can you talk a little bit about that, why that's important?
One of the things I always tell folks is you should always call us before you need us. It's always a difficult conversation to have with your family members as to when to have somebody in the home. But I can tell you from personal experience that it's much better to have somebody in place prior to an event happening, because God forbid something does happen, then now all of a sudden you're in a crisis mode, as opposed to having somebody in there on a gradual time slot to allow the family members to get used to the caregiver.
Yeah, to adjust to it, because it can be a big adjustment. Well, you do have 3 locations in Baltimore and Annapolis. We want to direct people to your website, which is synergyhomecare.com. The phone number 844-7WE-CARE. So we really want to thank you for coming in and explaining this. It's such an important thing, because you don't, as a family member, you don't want to burden your children. But if you don't need a lot of help, that's where your company comes in and does great work. So thanks for joining us today, Mark.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you for joining us today on Maryland Spotlight.